Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Social Chats Healthy Lifestyle. It's been a month since Lynn and I have been streaming. And I miss you, Lynn.
Yes, I was sort of like, wow, has it been that long? It has. I've sort of been a little bit off Twitter a little bit too. I've just had a few health things that have been going on. So yeah, I've sort of appreciated it a little bit, trying to get better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's so important. I took some time off too. I think it's so important to have, get yourself balanced because your health is your wealth. It's such an important factor too. So, and then that's why one of the reason I invited the our two guests on today and talk about their projects that I'm excited about, and so I wanted to go ahead and I guess that we have Paula here. She's is in the Neo Sutras. How are you? And then we have Vanessa, who is known as Vans underscore CMKRO. She's the one that I've been working with. How are you, Vanessa?
Hey, Tonja, thank you so much for this amazing space. I am doing well. And then the CMKRO is short for my last name. A lot of people, I bet, they're wondering what it means, but it's Cama Caro. In Spanish, Cama means bed, and Caro means expensive. So I guess it means an expensive bed.
I love that. But I live in South Florida, so I learned so much actually. I mean, that's awesome. And so, before we start, I mean, your project is really interesting to me because everything you ladies are doing, I literally have been talking about because I feel like XR is so important. And I set up an account with Spatio, and did I pronounce that right? Spatio. I always wonder if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So I set up an account, and I actually told a lot of my clients about it. And I told them, instead of just doing the old fashioned, let's do a Zoom call and let's do this. I said, let's try some XR because I feel like it's give you the next level. So you don't even need. Yeah, it's great on a desktop, but if you can do it on your phone, you can. So before we even go down that path, can we go ahead and get some info about each one of you ladies, and so you can share about how you guys got into NFTs and what inspired you to host an XR event.
All right, I think I'm gonna start, and I would love to say hello to everyone one more time. Thank you so much, ladies, for having us and for helping us to spread the awareness about our project. Shortly about myself, my name is Paula, and I am an artist, multidisciplinary artist, an entrepreneur. And this actually, New Sutras is two people: is my lovely husband, Lamont, Cyber Yoga, and me. And we entered the space about a year ago with the idea, with the intention to create art that would raise vibrations of humanity and that will inspire to love and to connect on the deeper levels. And also digital space, it calls digital space, Web3 space. So we're here as a real humans representing humanity and all these beautiful innovations that we can do with our bodies, with our skills, with our minds, and keep reminding everyone here that it's very, very important to do not forget that we are the biggest and the most advanced technology created on Earth. So we are doing photography art, dancing art, yoga art. Right now, currently, a lot of experimentation with combination of 3D. Point clouds and a lot of different symbiosis that we will showcase in the soon future. But meanwhile, us and Vanessa, our partner, we created a new Sutras Art Wellness, and this space will be located on Spatial, which is an incredible platform that allowed in us to present a lot of tools to the community for self-care, for wellness, for mindfulness. And this space, New Sutras Art Wellness, will open in the doors on July 15 and 16. So it's really, really soon. It's a lot still to do, but we are almost ready to represent our programs and our concepts that's surrounded by beautiful art. And we have one of our beautiful artists here, Lindsay, who is showcasing one of her pieces. It's going to be showcased with over 30 world-known artists, and a big percentage of these artists is from Maker's Place. Makerspace platform is one of our big partners and supporters. And also we have a Polygon community, and Dave, who's representing it, who is also our partners and our big supporters and helping us to spread the awareness during this not easy times, because it's, as you know, when you're starting a project, you need to do a lot of legwork to spread awareness and to explain the essence of it and to let people try and feel it. So I would pass the microphone to Vanessa, which is absolutely incredible. I just want to also to say a couple words about her. She's a community manager, and she is curating a lot of things that will not be without which we would not be able to organize everything we're doing. So she's doing it so brilliantly and so gracefully, and I'm so happy to have her by my side. So Vanessa, I transfer mic to you. Please tell about yourself more.
Thank you so much, Anya Sutra, for those kind words. I really appreciate it and always get me emotional before speaking. Uh, for those that don't know me, I would like to say that I am Vanessa, also known as Dance and Mom Stock Crypto. Why do I go by Mom Stock Crypto? Well, because I am a mom of two amazing little boys. One is 1 year old and 2 years old. After working in the professional fields, many big companies, I decided that I wanted to take a break just to be a full-time stay-at-home mom and focus raising on my kids. I am a photographer as well, AI artist and writer. So I found that I needed, to explore many things and clear my mind and not go crazy just, taking care of the whole day with the kids. So when I got into the NFT space, I basically got in because of the crypto world. I was an investor, and then I bought my first NFT, and from there I realized that I was able to also mint my art and promote my art. When I got to the space, I met so many amazing artists, and I kind of found all of them had something in common. Some of them were struggling when it came to mental health issue, and as a mom going to postpartum and in my life, having down moments, I made my collections to support mental health organization and those emerging artists that also needed help. And from there, I created my collection. I started learning more about metaverse, VR, spatial.io. I was able to host my first event called Woman in Tech all the way March 8th. And I hosted this event with Creative Owl, who is the creator or virtual space. And in the event, we showcased 53 NFT female artists to celebrate International Women's Day. This event was on a spatial diode. It was on the Explorer tab, and it kind of just blew my career here in the NFT space. I made so many great connections, and through there, Spatial introduced me to New Sutras because they heard more about me and the things that I wanted to do for the community. And basically, I met New Sutra and we connected. We felt that we wanted to do the same things. And just because I am a creator, I'm not a professional as she is when it comes, to basically providing tools when it comes to mental health to others. This was the best partnership and collab that we did. We've been working since all the way since March to basically to now finally open on Friday this wellness space and spatial where, as you said, we're showcasing many amazing artists. But not only that, we are planning to host so many classes and provide educational tools to the community. So here we are today, just as I started just to find a way where I can distract myself. It became my full-time job here.
That's great. So Spatia, they helped you guys connect. That's fantastic. That's really a good community management because I love it when platforms, help the content creators connect to each other. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love Twitter Spaces so much, because it's just being part of a community, and that's the key, being part of the community and inspiring other people and each other, and that's fantastic that they did that. And tell us about the is it the Makerspace? Is it? I'm sorry, what was it called again? Your other sponsor?
They are not a sponsors, but they are partners. So Maker's Place is the curated platform, and it's absolutely beautiful team of people, and we're also part of this platform. So New Sutras is the artist on Maker's Place, and they helping us with information support. So they spreading the awareness through their community, which is over 90,000 people. So that's really, really helpful.
I'm sure you'll be doing a lot more future events also. How has it been? It look like you guys have got have a big community behind you.
To be honest, we don't know yet because we are just opening this Friday. So before, as Vance and us, we was focusing on our artistry full time and entered space as an artist. But later on, it started growing, and we realized that there is so much more to offer, and there is so much more to do. And as I see Cyber Yoga, this my beautiful partner, just joined us, who will be one of the facilitators and one of the main educators in the space. Also, just would love to tell about him a little bit. He's a world-known yogi and entrepreneur who created this innovative style that fusing futuristic approach with the ancient yoga knowledge, and it's so incredible. I've been his student for 4 years since we start being with each other, and it's absolutely a treasure for the world and for everyone who will connect with him and who will study with him. So as I mentioned, right now we are starting to transition and offering the community the tools from the artist to actually, I guess, a entrepreneurs, if you call it this way. And we are not here for a short term. So right now is the opening, and we will have the artist showcase, and artists will spread the awareness about what they do. We'll have speakers from Spatial and from Maker's Place, and other beautiful creators who are creating in the Web3, and they will share what is the tools in the Web3 and why we're using it. Because it's actually given us so much more opportunities, and knowing how fast everything is growing. And as you ladies mentioned, the wellness, the health is wealth. Without health, there is no ideas, there is no possibilities to move on in any direction in life. And actually, in our times, the health and wellness is more crucial than ever before, because it was more present previously when we didn't have phones or computers. Right now, we're going to be so much more occupied, and the amount of information that we're processing in a short time is increased enormously. So that's why we noticing a lot of breakdowns or depressions or any other psychological disorders. It's just because we are not dedicated enough time to update and upgrade ourselves. So we are here to remind about this. We're here to inspire, and it's all going to happen in a very light, in a very beautiful, inspirational form. So we are artists as well, and everything we touch, everything we do has this artistic approach to it. So we're having a lot of fun with creating this new presentation of wellness and health, and hope you guys gonna enjoy it as well.
So let's talk a little bit about the event itself. So you're having it July 15th through the 16th. Can you tell us a little bit about the date at the time?
So we have our tickets available, and I see it's a free tickets, by the way. So I see you already pinned up the information on top. So if you will click there, you will see Eventbrite, and it will be the best way to read the agenda, which is very detailed, being created by Vance. She's doing everything so precisely. And you can see the whole timing of the event, which just starts in the early morning. And then we will have artists and speakers and some short breaks. And then we keep continuing. We also will give a tour, of course, and a presentation of the wellness, because we want our participants to understand how it's going to work. It's absolutely new design, of wellness. It's not like in a real life. So we want to introduce people to the programs, to the memberships also. In the soon future, we will apply our own tokens that will be showcased in NFT format, and people will be able to collect those tokens to receive the access to certain services. So that would be the creative way to introduce the memberships.
So yeah, because when I first when Vanessa and I were talking, I was like, make sure you get Eventbrite, because I'm gonna tell everyone right now, Eventbrite, once you set an event on Eventbrite, it actually gets indexed through the search engine. So it's always, I don't know if I told you that or not, Vanessa, but it's really good that you guys did that. And also what it will also do is, like, the more as time goes by, you start setting up your events, you start creating your own algorithm with them, and then they'll feature you, because really no one's really featuring XR events. And because they're used to, like, oh, this is going to be a Zoom event, you get a link in your Zoom account to Eventbrite, so they can control it. So a lot of people don't like it. And so I'm looking at the program, and I know we're going to have 30 well-known world-known artists, but also a wellness tour. Can you tell us about that? Are you going to be setting up a XR experience in wellness, or what? How would that be? How would you describe it?
I'm sorry, you asking about what kind of experience and how we will approach them?
Yeah, because it says, like, so like, I've been in Spatio and I really like it. I think it's great because, like I said, everything you guys are doing is, I've literally have been talking about this. So, and I know this is going to be the most incredible, hottest thing, because people from all over the world, we connect on Twitter Spaces, right? We sit, we talk, we hear each other's voice. I've been on Twitter since late February, so I'm like, I know what Twitter's about. So, but then then we get on Zoom and all that. But with Spatio, I'm still trying to learn how to walk on there. So will you be showing demonstration of breathing, exercising? Because I know you can turn on the camera, and so you can see yourself, right? People can see you, but I'm for me, it's kind of like research, because I still can't walk straight in there. I'm still practicing. I am.
I feel you. I feel you. I think it's the easiest part for the gamers. The people who gaming, for them it's like piece of cake, but for people who are not, it still would need some time to just figure out. But the navigation is very basic. In terms of the hosting, how we're going to host events and how we're going to host the programs and classes and workshops, we always thinking about the benefits. And for that reason, people should have their comfort. They should have a comfortable clothes and the safe space to practice whatever we'll be hosting. So it's not going to happen right on the spot. We'll be having schedules. We will be having sign-ups for the programs. Also in this event, you will be able to sign up in the whitelist or the guest book for the if you want to be informed, and you have priority access to the memberships that we're going to start open up in the soon future. And then you will be able to choose, will be, as I mentioned, the programs that are going to be included in the memberships, and the separate programs that will be having other tickets, and it's going to be other practitioners or coaches that we will invite just to host one workshop on one master class, not ongoing 365 days thing. So it will be in a video formats. There is some classes will be provided in the video formats, which is the most convenient, and they're going to be pre-recorded, so people will be able to unlock these programs and study them either in their comfortable time or in the time that we're scheduling it. And there is certain technical nuances that, of course, we would need to describe and unravel, but it's quite simple. It's very, very easy. And there is some programs and some courses or showcases, or let's say nutritional presentations, will be hosted online and have a live streams. it would be nice to see sometimes real people's faces, you know, and how they showing, let's say, how to prepare their detox programs or like the raw cuisine and stuff like that. So it will be different ways and different methods. But I just want to emphasize, we are real people in the space, and we will be inviting more practitioners who is also real people, and that's why it will be all surrounded around our realness and our real abilities to, you know, show the practices, to describe them. So it's not going to be like an infographic form or something like this.
Would there be swag bags? That's what I always ask people. They've got
Well, you can kind of say we do have a swag bag. Basically, when you sign up to our free classes, because starting July 18th to the 23rd, we're going to have for 6 days straight classes 2 times a day about back and hip flexibility. And basically, when you sign for those classes, you'll get detox juice recipes. So, what is like, you know, more wonderful than that? Like to kind of give you tools that provide like, you know, stuff for your well-being. And as you were saying, Tonya, before, that is there going to be like a tour like house or about the event, we are like going to do some introductions, and we're going to allow people to get in, explore, feel comfortable. There's going to be enough time for people to go through. And for those that don't know about like how to use spatial or move around, I truly recommend going on YouTube. There's many amazing artists within the community that we know that have made videos to basically walk you through spatial. Also, spatial provides videos how to move around, but it's like on your keyboard, you know, if you use the keys to go from back and, you know, to the sides, that's it. Or you can just click on the places that you want to go as well, and you move. And before, if you're still like struggling, when you go on spatial.io, right on the Explorer tab, there are many amazing rooms that you can visit, like the New Sutra Art House. So if you want to get a better view of who's New Sutra Art House, there we have it. You can find information by her artwork. And also, I am building a Mom's Talk Crypto NFT museum where I'm showcasing all the emergent artists that I have basically invested in throughout my NFT journey. And you can find the link to my museum basically on my Ecology bio. Those are good rooms to visit. Also, Polygon Showcase is another amazing place to visit. The Polygon Alliance also has other spatial rooms that you can get to know many other artists and explore around. The rooms are different from many sizes, so that's why I'm recommending few of them, so you can get comfortable and used to for like moving on small places to big places. And yes, we would love to see everyone. I think New Sutra kind of missed the details of the event. We are opening 12 p.m., especially Easter time, and we're going to be having the event until 6 p.m. on July 15th. The next day, we're going to start. It's going to be a shorter day, 12 p.m. to basically 2 p.m. Easter time. And if right now I'm uploading the final details, all the artists with the exact timing that they're going to be speaking into the Eventbrite page. So if you have your favorite artist and you don't want to miss out or just know new one, we have the schedule and everything for you to check out.
I love that. Like, because, you know, as a publicist, I just love this type of promo. You know, I work a lot with setting up events, and even one of my clients who is launching a book, and I'm like, we should do a book in an XR experience. And I just feel like, you know, this is hand in hand with you guys, because you know how many wellness books are launching today? I would love to see a book signing or a book event in one of your events. What are your thoughts?
We actually, that's great, because we started with our book. New Sutras wrote book during the pandemic, and this is a very, very important practice as we think yoga for love and intimacy. So it's the book that teaches couples and lovers how to connect on deeper levels, and it teaches them the safe language of delivering, what they want. And let's say there is some things can cause a lot of pain, emotional, physical pain. So this practice is based on more than 50 asanas and gentle description to them of how to perform and what energetic connections we are experiencing with one another during this practice. And one of the poses you actually see on our avatar, very, very, very simple but super powerful practice. Just sit in this pose with your husband or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and see the changes that's going to happen within your body and within your life if you do it on a regular basis every single day, connecting deeply. But basically, I wanted to say that the New Sutras book and the New Sutras practice will be a big part of our education. And we already have our book available in our space. So it's linked to our New Sutras bookstore. And we started from there, but we're so open to invite and to collaborate with other practitioners, with our wellness advocates, with the creative artists who are into conscious art, because wellness, it's not just what we consume in terms of the food, and it's not just how we move, but it's what we consume in terms of the visuals and music. And we would love to create the surrounding where people will be able to tune in and just connect with their inner self, connect with their higher self, and we call it a higher vibrational content. So yes, everybody with the different ideas and whatever you created, you are welcome. Our DMs are always open.
I would love to point out something as well that Tonya, you've been mentioning before that you're trying this platform, you're inviting your clients, and there's something really special about Spatial. They were a big platform that were reserved only for big companies where they will come out, do some testing, whether it was 3D testing, gaming testing, until they started caring about the community. They wanted to connect with artists. They wanted to make a difference in others' life. They just didn't want to be any business. So basically, they changed and made this a free platform from anybody. You can come enjoy if you're creative. The possibilities are, basically endless. You can go there and create from your home to whatever. I seen like Spatial always uses example. Let's say you have like you want to create a family tree, right? You want to pull all the photos of your family, all the members and your family. You can create a gallery, invite everyone, your family, friends, and just see those photos and reconnect again. So from there, it can just like you can host your meetings, anything. So we really truly encourage everybody to come to this platform because when there's an event on Spatial, according to their number, over 8 million people join their platform from the events. And weekly, 110,000 people join the platform. So this is like so new and people, they don't know yet, how to get started. So imagine like in 1 or 2 year, like it's going to be like, even bigger. And also one amazing thing about Spatial, they always like helping others to connect. They're here in the community and hearing feedbacks. How can we make this, place better? How can we improve it? And we kind of just a bunch of creators from a Creative Owl. He's been hosting events where he tests the platform, and the platform where when it seems to fail, we give them the feedback and they fix it and they make it better for us to have better experiences. So what other platform is doing this? I'm not sure yet, but this one is like so basically beneficial to log in because when you're trying to log into the metaverse, it's so hard to understand because metaverse is basically been forever out there, but people are using this as a new term and it's so confusing. And there's like Sandbox and other like platforms where you had to connect your crypto wallet. People don't even know how to set that things up. But when Spatial, just with your email address, your end. So this is a really friendly user platform that anybody can log in.
Yes, that's amazing. I'm just so really excited because a friend of mine that he does alchemy and he's doing that with his NFTs actually introduced me to Spatial a couple of weekends ago. And I'm actually like I always say to people, this is way above my pay grade because, like I'm one of the older generation. And I'm like, I struggle a little bit, like Tonya said, sometimes it's like a really crazy space for me to go into. But I was really excited what he was showing me. And he was saying just what you said about how easy it's to set up and how amazing Spatial is and how, you know, they're really, just wanting the community to get in there and do this. And I love that you're doing the health and wellness because I really feel that if people are going to be in these spaces anyway, which they are, we know the gamers, we know everyone, wants to get into these new spaces, that health and wellness is a big part of who we are. I love what you said about, the yoga poses. I want to actually have a look at those yoga poses. And, I really feel that we need to be teaching or having access to some health and wellness in our spaces because I was even talking to my friend about having where if we're in a space and you've been in there for a certain amount of time, that you have to have like a timeout and you have to go into a room and get, do some deep breathing or, actually encourage people to have breaks while they're online and things like this. And we were talking about how we could do this and how amazing. He said he's up all about alchemy and all about the blockchain and how to, get into crypto and wallets and all sorts of stuff. And he was just showing me, and I was just so amazed. I'm thinking, this is amazing. But I haven't gone back into actually have a look at it. But I'm really excited what I'm seeing. I'm going to actually try today to, well, actually probably more tomorrow because my husband will be working. He'll be away most of the day. So I'll be actually going in and I'm going to try and work this out because I'm really excited for what you're doing with health and wellness, but also the whole space. Like, um, sorry, who was just speaking? Vance. Sorry, I'll just call you Vance. Exactly what you said. It's amazing what other platforms are actually encouraging people to come in there, have a free platform. And from what my friend was showing me how to upload things and how to do things, like he's a bit of a computer, guru, so to speak. So I said to him, "Oh, it's easy for you." He said, "Yeah, but I'll show you how to do it. It's not that hard. It's actually an easy space. Once you get your head around it, it's an easy space." So I'm in Australia, so my time zones are a little different, but I'll definitely be wanting to come in there and have a look what you guys are doing because I'm really feeling that we are at the very beginning of something major that is much needed in this space.
It's so right, Lini. We are in such a beginning because the Web3 space itself is just kind of start building, and this is the first steps towards building actually the world and the community we want to be in ourselves. And this is our main intention because you want to be surrounded by people who are abundant, who are in a regular basis just would love to share their love because they're rested, they're full of energy, they're helpful, they like they provide in a good energy to outsiders, to everything they do. And the art itself is a representation of who we are. So what we are inside, that's what we produce on outside. And we are thinking about it because right now we have the opportunity to create something better than was before in this previous century. And we of course got to use that, all these tools, all this knowledge, and to make it in the most light, in the most wonderful way. This is also like one of our biggest credos. I don't know if it's right word in English, but we just enjoying what we do, and we enjoy sharing everything in terms of wellness and health, because it is awesome to feel great, but it is awesome to have those rituals and to be tuned in those rituals and don't forget about them.
Exactly.
I also want to say hello to another beautiful artist who just joined in, Renee. Renee is also a artist who will be a part of the showcase. So I'd love to say hello and to say thank you for joining us. And also Brisa, it's a big friend of ours, and she's always supporting. I love her so much. She's in the space, really vouching for feminine freedom and feminine sensuality and self-expression, and she's doing it very bravely. So Brisa, shout out to you. It's very good to see you. It's been a while. So thank you so much, you guys, for for all of these questions and for having the room and for having us really like tuning in and just starting the first steps of explaining, describing. But it's gonna get better as soon as people are gonna start slowly taking steps. Like Vanessa said, we have an already 6 days scheduled for the free yoga program. Back and hips, man, this is something what
That's
everybody needing.
amazing. I want to start. I want to sign up for that. Actually, I'm really interested in that because I really love yoga, and I've recently just had a bit of an injury. I had a fall on my push bike, and also fell up the gutter on my footpath. So I put all my rotator cuff out, and my neck and my hip, and so I've had to be going to the chiro. And I can't do a lot of exercise, but I know with yoga and the gentle exercises that are really amazing for your body for healing, and that's why I've taken a bit of a step back to try and just really heal my body and rest my body. But I just want to touch on a note that you said before about wellness or about health. It's not just about eating food, which it isn't. It's more about our mental health as well, about the stresses and the levels of stress. And I feel like in today's world, there is just so much, many things taking up our time. Like we're always, 24/7, everything's open, everything's available, our phones, everything. And, sometimes it's hard to turn off or switch off, especially when you've got projects you're doing. I know I've been in a lot of spaces with developers and artists and, founders of companies, and they find it really hard to switch down. And I feel like, we need to be teaching others how to just have that, even if it's 5 minutes of, step away and have some deep breathing, step away and just take some self-care, get a drink of water, like just simple things that we would think people would know. But sometimes it's just a matter of say, hey, how about you just try to take some mental health break for 5 minutes every half an hour or every 2 hours, or just doing simple little things. And that's what my health and wellness, what I teach others about is, go on a self-discovery, go on a discovery of who you are. What does your body need? Because your body knows what it needs. And sleep is vital. We must encourage people to have rest and sleep, but not just a quick 2-minute rest, so to speak, but just real. I mean, you can have a good rest in 2 minutes if you learn it, or even just a deep breathing or some sort of yoga practice where you actually in a pose like you're talking about, which I'm really interested in. There's simple things that we can do that we don't even really have to take up that much time. That how much time are we online? How much time are we out there doing other things? Like often when I'm out walking, and I'll think about what my Pilates instructor told me about, just pulling in how to walk and how to actually straighten up a little bit. And I hear the voice, and I actually straighten up, and I find, it's just things that you can do while you're actually, in your day. And I think that's what I'm really excited about, is that in these spaces, we're going to have a space where we can, really encourage health and wellness, spirit, soul, body, not just about what we're eating, but about our mind and our emotions, and how we can actually help each other to be not only healthy but safe, and all the things that you're talking about, and helping others to come into this space and making it more easier. Because like you said, I have tried to get in some of those metaverse spaces where you've got to connect your, and honestly, I still can't get in. I've done everything it says in the little tutorial, and connect your wallet, do this, do that, and then people are scared to connect their wallet because of what's going on with all the scams and everything. So I feel like this is going to be revolutionary, and I really take my hat off to you, ladies, because I feel like, you are at the crust of something amazing, and the world really does need this. We really do need it.
But I
Lynn,
want to say hi. Shout out to Briza though. Briza, you have to realize this. Briza and I, my journey to NFT. We're featuring women in NFT. She was one of our women in communications panel. And I watched Briza like literally help so many new projects. I just want to make sure we give a shout out for her. I just want to say hi to her and tell her
I can help you
great.
and join you. I love Brisa.
Yes, she's so fantastic. Actually, she's gonna be. We'll be featuring her on my Women in Communications at AWCSF. She's going to share her thoughts. I mean, like literally, I think our space is almost a year old now that we did, where we feature some incredible women, and that women, it's what's called Women in NFT. So she's one of the panelists, and she actually helped me get some other panelists. So I want to make sure I give a shout out to her because she's so awesome.
So,
Go ahead, Nia Sutra.
yeah.
I just was enjoying everything you said, and I wanted to kind of make a summary that our main focus is for helping every individual to repattern, and the biggest difficulty right now in our society is that we've been learning wrong ways of self-connection. We actually never was learning self-connection. We never was learning self-care, because everything we have in a society doesn't teach us self-care. It's distracting us from ourselves. It's more distracting us and putting our attention out. And so we focus on outside so much, and it's very easy to get agitated. It's very easy to get damaged by any news, by any circumstances. So the target is just to repattern our way of living and start focusing within. And how you said, to start noticing what's happening within, what messages we're receiving, and also to purify that inner space. And there is multiple ways of how to organize your lifestyle to help yourself to keep this internal space very clean and very in tuned with your higher self, because only this way you will, in this higher self, you can call it intuition. Because when your house is clean, then the messages is very clear, and you starting to receive this state flow when you don't need to push yourself so much to do things or make certain choices. Everything becoming very clear. And so every aspect of our life is changing. It's ultimately the goal to start living different way, the way we didn't know before, but we can know it now because we are the same biological computers is the phone that we're holding in our hands. We're just much, much more complex, way more advanced. But we all based on these programs that we're learning through our lifetimes. We was born here as a white canvas. We didn't know anything. We have no surviving skills. We're learning everything that we're seeing our parents and society is teaching us. But now, understanding this in this beautiful era of awareness, we actually can take these tools and use these tools to renavigate our own essence and to benefit each other and to become this beautiful society that has no, again, I'm a big dreamer, but I know that it's possible, and I know that's where we're going towards. There is no jealousy, there is no hate, there is no sorrow, you know, and all this will be able to achieve to just start changing your life from very, very small things, and then bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it becomes your second nature.
Amazing. I love it. I'm so excited. What about our guest down here, Schmuck? Would you like to say anything? No?
Yeah, Gabe. He asked. I don't know. It was asked for the microphone. So,
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Schmuck headquarter.
How
I guess.
exciting is this, Tonya? This is so exciting. I'm just like, wow, I can see you in there with your social chats in there, Tonya. Once you learn how to, you'll be out in there.
Well, we do have an account in there. I just
doing your
I just keep walking into the
aging,
wall.
doing
I
all
keep
your aging little chats and showing us how to do all these amazing things to help
No.
us stay healthy. How good is that?
Well, the only reason I'm like, I'm part of this church, so we have 2.5 acres of land, and I've been like, just interviewing builders. They're like, people build land, or like they cost a lot of money, but I wanted to learn how to be before I even run. I'd like to be able to walk. So I told everyone about it. All my friends got on it, and then I just keep walking into the wall. I was like, how do I turn? And I have a pretty good sized screen. I mean, it's 27, like it's huge.
You'll
But
get
just
there,
walking
Tonya.
across the room was hard. So
I know what you're talking about. I've been in some of these things. I'm going, I don't know how to work this thing. Why won't it do what I want it to do? We need to be a gamer, like I've not been a gamer, and that's what our friends were just saying. If you're a gamer, you're all sweet with this. I need to get my grandkids to show me how to work controls. I think that's the key.
well, I mean, I'm pretty good at VR. Like I shoot VR. I shoot videos in VR. I can like put on like I can watch a video of movies. I can I love VR. I've been looking at messing with VR since 2015. It's just the whole XR thing. I'm trying to learn, and that just was. And then I'm like, I don't have time. I'm gonna have to
I'm the
like
same as you. I go, I don't have time, and it's frustrating. And I go to my granddaughter, "Can you show me how to do this?" So she gets in and she does it all. I'm going, "But you didn't show me. You just did it." And she's going, "Yeah, Nan, it's easy." And it's like, whatever. I need a proper tutorial, babe.
Well, I'm actually going to get another intern. I told I've had so many people ask me if I'm going to get some more interns. I'm like, I think I'm going to get an intern so that they can run the social chats XR, because I think that because my interns from before the shutdown, I had like 7 of them, and they're the one that got me into gaming. Like as far as writing about gaming and understanding all the different the different content creator and the influencer in gaming, and watching it and watching the broadcaster, and they're called caster. But then I learned so much from them, so I think I'm gonna go end up getting myself another intern, and it's a paid internship, so I just want someone that's able to, like, maybe they can handle that aspect of it, just like back in the day when I first started with Twitter. I actually had an intern made my account for me, No Aging, because that's my communication company. And then I created No Aging PR, and that was like another story. But like, it's because I didn't have time to really learn much about the platform, so I'd get an intern, have the intern learn for me, and then I pay them for it, and then they give me the summary, and I figure that's the best way to learn. Or I'm gonna have to watch
Amazing. So
YouTube
good,
video.
Tonya. You're just so amazing. You're just so intuitive and so like embracing. I think, I love your social chats, and you've got such a broad, what you do, and really just welcoming to everyone, and just want to help others with knowledge, and all the things that you're doing in NFTs and things lately is like, it's blowing my mind. You're just amazing.
Oh, thank you. But I just feel like NFTs, the Web3, to me is like when I embraced Web2 back in like literally January of 2007. People couldn't believe me. I said, social media is going to be a way. People are going to make money. They're going to have a whole marketplace. And, I lost a lot of friends and people didn't believe in it. They're kind of like, that's freaking weird. And now I feel like I'm having a deja vu moment when I say, oh, Web3 and NFT and XR. And my friends be like, what? So it's interesting, but I feel like when Apple comes out with their glasses, when Apple when they finally launch their glasses, then we're gonna go mainstream. Then the VR and everything. Like my co-host from my Virtual Film Festival, Gino here, he has Starseed Film and Music, and he's been doing VR in oh my gosh, and Meta has Horizon, so they're doing that, and I have a lot of friends that are sitting on Horizon. They're doing like their board meeting and all the different things in there, and so I think it's just it's people predicted like in 2026, but I think it's going to be by Christmas, because I think if Apple is ahead of the game, well, good. Hopefully, we get enough supply. The supply chain would be okay, but if Apple gets out the glass, once Apple gets the glasses, then I think that's a game. It's gonna be a game changer.
Exactly. I feel like, as soon as something like Apple, comes out there, like I've been using iPhone for quite some time now, and I'm really familiar with it. And if anyone gives me another phone, I'm like, I can't do it. I'm sorry. And I feel like, the leaders in the community, this is why being early, I think for us is just so phenomenal, because we're already going to be a little familiar in this space. And for me, I'm excited that I can show my grandkids things that they're not really doing, NFTs and things to them. They're going, Nan, that's actually a scam. You shouldn't be doing this, and it's like, no, babe, this isn't a scam. This is real, you know. And I was surprised when they didn't know stuff that I was learning. And yet, I know in my heart that this is the way to go. Like you said, Tonya, you've been around, with the Web2 thing and all the naysayers. For me, I'm sort of like, I'm in my 60s. I never got brought up with gaming, phones, TV, all that sort of stuff. It was absolutely completely different when I grew up. So for me to be embracing it, and it's hard sometimes, like to get my head around it. And like you said, Tonya, sometimes it gets to the point where it's too time consuming, and what you don't know, you judge. And I think that's what a lot of people are right now. They're just judging it because of what's going on with the crypto market, and they relate, NFTs back to crypto, which is actually great that a lot of the platforms are now allowing people to buy things with their debit and credit cards and different ways of being able to do things that people feel more comfortable with until we actually get full adoption. So I feel like, well done, guys, because I really feel that we are at the cusp of something amazing. But bringing the health and well-being in what's in my heart is to people to be safe, but not just like safe, but like in their bodies, like you said before. Nusatra, you said about people, having that inner peace and actually learning how to actually, because we are bio individuals, and we actually, our bodies are amazing. They know how to heal. Our bodies know what to do, but we've not learnt it. We've not taught it. We've not known how to tap in to our inner self. And that's what, if we can get this and join it together, we're going to have a powerhouse and we're going to actually see real change. And that's what I'm excited about.
So, Vanessa, did you want to have some final thoughts?
I would like to add something to the conversation. You were talking about the Apple glasses, and I would like to just mention a cool fact. I am a paid influencer for the Ray-Ban Story smart glasses that are with Facebook, and at this moment, I am wearing and talking through my smart glasses, and I'm able to record, take pictures here, and talk through here. And every time I go out or come here in the spaces and kind of mention this, everybody freaks out. They're like, "Oh, is this real? Are you a spy?" Last Saturday, I showcased at my first real life event. I live in Denver. And just when I was like walking through and meeting people, like, that were connecting with my art, I will start recording them. And they're like, "What's that? Are you a spy? Who are you? Where are you from? Are you from the future?" So there's a lot of people that, that think that this is not happening, but it is happening. And I feel Raven, along with Meta, Facebook, they are going to come with the glasses first before Apple, because they've been a while working on it and trying to improve these glasses the best that they can. So there's a lot of things, coming our way. And it is amazing the things I want to build as well. I'm studying to become an engineer in artificial intelligence. So I would love to use my knowledge from, AI and VR and just make others people life easier. People are still, freak about that when it comes to VR and AI, because they think we'll take over the world. But as you see that what we have created is make it's being possible. We were opening a wellness space and virtual reality, which in real life it would have been harder for us to even open, But now we're here promoting what we're doing just because this technology made it possible. And not only that, this technology reaches worldwide, so it doesn't limit anybody. It just includes everybody around the world that has a smart device and a strong internet connection that can join us.
I just would love to add to Vanessa's very important thing, that technology advancing incredibly quickly. But that's why we opened the wellness, because we want to bring spirituality in Web3. Because without it, it's going to be the opposite way. Either we using the technology to upgrade ourselves and to make our lives easier, or technology using us. And so here is every single person should make a conscious choice. And when we feeling overwhelmed and we're feeling that we're overconsumed by this technology, we got to turn it around and use it for our benefits.
I love it. Can you believe it's 7:00 now? I can't believe the time gone by. I hope you ladies get together with a snap camera, people. Because I'm telling you, it's like a perfect fit. Because you can have the experience in XR, but think about this: if you were actually like either host an in real life event, but then you want to incorporate some of your XR, your lens into it. So even for your book, people can turn around, use their phone, put it somewhere. If you were like to host it at a coffee shop, but then you want to be able to have some 20% off discount code, but then you wanted to talk about what you're coming up, different events that you're coming up through the snap camera, you can just design that. It's really easy. It's open source and everything, but you should reach out to them, because they, especially on Twitter Spaces, because they did something for the Chinese New Year, the Vietnamese New Year. So I sat in that, and I've been, I shoot VR, but I'm more of an XR developer. When I just love creating all the lenses and all I guess you call them the layering effects. So I just enjoy. I just think it's fun. I do it for fun, but I think you ladies should reach out to them. I think that would be a really good connection too.
I would love to see your art. I gotta check it out because you've
I
been
know.
talking
I
about
do.
it.
Well, if you
Nerdy
go
stuff. I
on
wanna see it.
Facebook, you Google my name on the XR. All I do is make frames and different things for my friend's birthday. So I have one friend. It's his birthday. His name is Jeff, and so many people from all over the world use that frame, and they'll DM me like, "Who's this guy Jeff? He's bald." And he has really pretty blue eyes. So I made this frame for him just for his birthday when it first in 2020, because we all couldn't get together. So I did this whole, like, they had to go to this restaurant to pick up the food to go, and like all this everything, and I made it on a at the time Facebook Live was happening. We were able to like use the phone, and we were able to play with the filter. So I made a whole event around it. So if you want to see some of my stuff, that's what I use. I'm part of the XR community for Facebook. So, but for you guys, I'm just saying, like, if you're going to do anything, try to reach out to the Snap people, Snap camera people, because then that would be a really good situation. Have like some really good partnership already. Why not add them, because they love this kind of stuff, and especially if it's going to be for wellness and also for mental health and everything else. So before I let you go, can you tell us how to get tickets and the time and date, and I appreciate you ladies for being here, and tell us how do we get a hold of each one of you.
Likewise, we're appreciating you too. We have a nice warm circle. But coming back to the event, it's going to happen this Friday and this Saturday, July 15th, July 16th. And you can see the time agenda in the pinned tweet up top. If you go to Eventbrite, you will access a registration. The tickets are free. So please come join us, and you will have hopefully a very big pleasure to hear all the artist stories and have our speakers and just enjoy our space and the programs we prepared for you.
That's amazing. I'll certainly be signing up. Thank you so much.
I'm going to try to pop in, but I'm going to practice walking first. So
yes.
I want to say thank you. Vanessa, do you have any final words before we let everyone go?
Thank you so much for the space and, for responding and making this space possible, for the great feedback and support you have given us. Just to go back, we're going to be from 12 to 6 p.m. on July 15. On Saturday, we're going to be live from 12 to 2 p.m. And also, you can find Yusutras here on Twitter about her name, or you can find her on our Instagram. You can find me here on Twitter at Vance_C. KRO, or as Moms Talk Crypto here, or Instagram as well, or the aims are open for anybody. If anyone is interested, being a partner or sponsor, or being part or feature classes and showcases, just connect with us. We will receive you with a lot of love. And thank you again for everyone for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody. And Vanessa, I want to let you know that, in life, I always tell people, if you ask, you never know. What's the worst thing they can do is say no. And she has been incredible. She asked and she followed up and follow up. And and I really appreciate her for doing that. And because, it just proves that, if you have grit and you believe in what you're doing, just keep asking, that person will say yes. And she did. And so I appreciate you for reaching out to me.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Briza. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Gino. And thank you, Dave, for being here. I want to thank you, Sleepy Pirates. And thank you, Renee. And I look forward to getting to know you better. And also, I want to say, Lindsay, thank you very much for being here. Secret Project, I appreciate you. And also, Schmuck HQ, hope to get to know you more. And also, Bad Download. Looking forward to it. And Steve, thank you very much. And also, Nana Marie, thank you. Everybody have a great day, and we will be back. I'm going to be on the Social Chats Beauty Space, so we'll be live streaming. And again, everyone, thank you for being here, and we'll see you next week. Take care, Lynn.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone. Blessings.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yes.